Hi, I'm Erik Linask here in the TMC newsroom. We are at IT Expo here in Austin at the beginning of the second day of our great event here in Austin, Texas. It's my pleasure to be speaking with Philipp Schloter from Abukai this morning. Philipp, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
So I noticed, Philipp, on the back of your business card, it says, hate expense reports? Who doesn't hate expense reports? What does that have to do with Abukai?
Sure, we actually solved that problem. So imagine you're traveling, you take photos of your receipt with your smartphone, Android, BlackBerry, iPhone, you press one button, it auto-generates the whole expense report for you. So it fills out your expense report, the vendor amount, even foreign currency, it will categorize the expenses for you, everything that you typically need to fill out by hand. And by the time you're back in the office, your expense report is complete.
Wow, that is amazing, and it's certainly a time saver. What goes into the technology to create that?
So we actually have a lot of algorithms that can help detect what's in the image, but also, based on the device that has GPS, where are you? All right. So for example, we might know, okay, based on GPS, you're somewhere here, but then we look at the receipt image and we find, for example, an area code. Okay, we can match up the area code against the location, and we figure out, okay, you're here in Austin, and so forth.
So how about the categorization? You mentioned categorization of the items
Yeah.
on the expense report. How do you do that?
So we have a default categorization, so it includes things like meals, airfare, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we can figure out, based on the vendor that we detect, okay, what kind of vendor is this? Was this a lunch, breakfast, dinner? We can look at the time and so forth. And then on top of that, we also can customize it for you. Okay, so you can try it out. You just go to abukai.com/install or search for Abukai on one of the stores. But then if you need, for example, a different Excel report, or you have a certain web form at work that you need to be filled out, you just send us the information. We can customize it for you. We can even customize the categorization.
So really what it comes down to is you're leveraging the smartphone and character recognition.
Yeah, and a lot more on top of that in terms of the location and all of that.
Right.
So to really solve that problem.
So we've got the ability to go and try out the app. What's the cost model for you?
So you actually can try it, get 3 expense reports for free, and then we have accounts starting at $39 a year. So for the not so frequent traveler, up to $99 per year. We also then have corporate accounts that come with a portal and customizations and things like that we offer to corporations.
What kind of things do businesses typically like to customize or need to customize?
Oh, for example, there's a lot of professional service companies that would like to assign a client or a matter code or something like that to expenses or to a set of expenses. So we then have a feature that we can activate, adds an extra menu. So you have a little, client kind of selection criteria on the phone. But somebody that doesn't need that doesn't get bothered by all that UI stuff on the phone.
Really, it sounds like an app that is beneficial for any business out there. Is there a particular target market that you're after?
We see everything from Global 500, where individuals or departments, they just sign up, get going with it. They might send us a format. There's very few or no security issue because we don't download any of the confidential data, but it's really just a few receipt images, and then we create the data from there. So it works very well in the corporate environment, but then also down to the small business or even individual contributors that just needs to complete some expense reports. Of course, oftentimes they don't require as much customization as the corporate guys.
Who do you find typically fulfills that role in organizations, discovers the app, brings it to the organizational leadership for customization, those sort of things? The frequent travelers, the not so frequent travelers?
We've seen a lot of different cases, so anywhere from the sales guy, individual contributor out there in the field that just has to do these expense reports, and he tries it out, uses it, maybe just signs up, or then in cases where IT actually looks at it, maybe they travel a little bit and they say, okay, isn't this something where we can have huge time savings across the organization? Because if you think about it, with expense management, you always think about, okay, how can finance save time, but you still have to think about that all your employees need to fill out those forms, and that's hours typically just to complete one report, and that really adds up. So IT, finance, and in some cases CEO is involved as well, so he hates expense reports.
Now, does it also, do you also keep an image of the receipt?
Yes, so we actually can take the receipt image. We send you back by default a PDF. It's labeled, numbered, nicely organized. So it's what you would typically create with the scanner and maybe stapled receipts. So we do all of that for you. If you use a web-based expense solution like Concur or Insperity or whatever, ExpenseWire, we can actually upload those receipt images directly in those solutions as well. So anything that allows you to attach receipts to the web portal, or if you're just using Excel, you get a nicely organized PDF, and then you can just follow the existing process within the company.
Well, that's just a nice little added bonus for people who then don't have to worry about keeping every little receipt.
Yes, exactly. So we actually have some customers, after a while, they just throw away their receipts. So feedback is pretty interesting. We just get rid of the receipts, and they have a thin wallet from now on. And others, they want to use it in the office when they're back. So both ways you can use it.
So for our viewers out there who are interested in giving it a try, where do they need to go to download the app?
So you can go to abukai.com/install, ABUKAI, or you can search on the App Store and Apple, BlackBerry App World, Android Market, and just find it there.
Excellent, very simple. Philip, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.